In the brutal world of heavyweight boxing, one name once echoed louder than any other: Mike Tyson. He wasn't just a champion. He was fear in human form. This is the full story of the youngest heavyweight champion in history, and one of the most controversial figures the sport has ever seen. Mike Tyson was born on June 30, 1966, in Brooklyn, New York. Raised in one of the toughest neighborhoods in America, his childhood was filled with poverty, crime, and violence. By the age of 13, Tyson had already been arrested dozens of times. He was small, quiet, and often bullied. But inside him burned anger, a deep rage that needed direction. That direction came when he met legendary boxing trainer Cus D'Amato. D'Amato didn't just train Tyson, he adopted him, disciplined him, and taught him to believe in himself. Under his guidance, Tyson mastered the peekaboo boxing style. A defensive, explosive system designed to overwhelm opponents with speed and power. Tyson wasn't just learning how to fight. He was being shaped into a future world champion. Tyson turned professional in 1985 at just 18 years old. And from the very beginning, he looked different. He didn't just win fights, he destroyed opponents. Knockout after knockout. First-round finishes. Explosive combinations. Brutal body shots. Then in November 1986, Tyson faced Trevor Berbick for the WBC Heavyweight Championship. 2 rounds later, Berbick was on the canvas, struggling to stand. At just 20 years and 4 months old, Mike Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in history, a record that still stands today. Soon after, he unified the division by defeating champions like James Smith and Tony Tucker. He became the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. In the late 1980s, no one wanted to face Mike Tyson. Fighters were beaten before they even stepped into the ring. But greatness often carries pressure. After the death of Cus D'Amato, Tyson lost his mentor and father figure. Without that guidance, distractions slowly took over his life. He married actress Robin Givens, but the relationship ended in public controversy. Training discipline slipped. Fame and fortune surrounded him. Then came February 11, 1990. Tyson faced underdog Buster Douglas in Tokyo. The world expected another quick knockout. Instead, in the 10th round, Douglas knocked Tyson out. It was one of the biggest upsets in sports history. The unbeatable champion had fallen. Things would only get darker. In 1992, Tyson was convicted of rape and sentenced to prison. He served around 3 years. The most feared man in boxing was now behind bars. Many believed his career was finished forever. But in 1995, Tyson returned to the ring. He fought aggressively and regained the WBC and WBA heavyweight titles, proving he still had power. But something had changed. The aura of invincibility was gone. In 1997, Tyson faced Evander Holyfield in a highly anticipated rematch. What happened that night shocked the world. Frustrated during the fight, Tyson bit Holyfield's ear twice. The fight was stopped. Tyson was disqualified and suspended. The incident became one of the most infamous moments in sports history. For many fans, it overshadowed his greatness. Tyson continued fighting into the early 2000s. In 2002, he challenged British champion Lennox Lewis for the heavyweight title. But he lost by knockout. Soon after, financial problems surfaced. Despite earning hundreds of millions of dollars during his career, Tyson filed for bankruptcy in 2003. The empire he built had collapsed. Yet somehow, the story didn't end there. Instead of fading away, Tyson reinvented himself. He appeared in movies like The Hangover, launched his podcast Hotboxin' with Mike Tyson, and became more open about his struggles with anger, trauma, and mental health. Fans began to see a different side of him. Older. Wiser. Reflective. In 2020, at 54 years old, Tyson returned to the ring in an exhibition fight against Roy Jones Jr. And once again, the world watched. Because legends never truly disappear. Mike Tyson finished his professional career with 50 wins and 44 knockouts. But numbers alone cannot define him. He was the youngest heavyweight champion in history. He was one of the most feared fighters ever. He experienced the highest highs and the lowest lows. Mike Tyson's life is a story of power, chaos, destruction, and redemption. And whether loved or criticized, Iron Mike will forever remain one of the most unforgettable figures in boxing history. Boxing Love Fire.